I'm Jona Owings from McDonough, Georgia. I've been building parks for 15 years. I own my own skate park, and I'm proud to say that I put food on the table with my manual labor.
Man, you labor!
On today's episode, we're going to show you how to cut, countersink, and install coping, and how to sheet off your deck. So right now I'm about to cut out my 8-foot piece of coping. What you need to do is measure out at 8, make your marks. You always want to cut on the outside of the line because your metal cutting blade's a little bit thicker than a wood blade, and it knocks off a lot more metal. When you're cutting metal, it's a simple process, but you want to hold your saw pretty steady. It can get off alignment. You don't cut metal with a regular wood blade, you cut with a metal cutting blade. These blades are marked for metal. Make sure when you're cutting metal, there's no paper, gasoline cans, or anything around. It's going to throw some serious sparks, so you don't want a free 4th of July show. Also, you see I'm holding the coping with my 2 feet, and I'm going to cut straight over it so I can get a bird's eye view of what I'm looking at, okay? Put your glasses on, get to work. All right, she's cut. There's a trick you can do too with your blade. Just take a real... Next, we need to countersink it, 3/16 bit and a 3/8. For 8-foot piece of coping, we're gonna do 4 holes at 2 foot apart. Yep, so we're gonna go ahead and drill all our pallets first. So now, we take our 3/8 bit, we're going to go through our 3/16, but only through this top wall. Only one wall.
Drill that son of a bitch.
The coping is countersunk, let's put it on. So right here, our next step is we're going to be cutting a piece of 1/2 inch at 4 inches that runs around the back of here. And it secures our coping in so we have something to screw to. The screw is actually going to go into this stud, but the 1/2 inch and our little strip we have right here is going to keep it from rolling back. So I just chalked the line right here. I want my coping to be pulled forward. That way, when my skate light is up under here, I'm out enough. But we don't want to be picked up higher on the deck. So I've got to cut a little bit of this off. That way I can roll it forward and we're perfectly under that coping. That way Smith grinds, tail slides, everything feels the way we need to. So now that we have a reveal that we're comfortable with, all the way down the line, we're going to take our nail gun and nail our sheeting on the back, which will lock it into place, then we'll screw it down. We slightly offset our holes right here so that they're not straight down but angled so it pushes back into our plywood. We're going to use a Phillips head extension bit you can get at any hardware store through a 3-inch screw right here. Find our hole. You can look at the side if you cheat. We're there. We're in. Now we're going to put our 3/4 inch ply all the way to the edge. First thing we're going to do is measure all our posts. We have 2 of them to cut out. We'll just cut 90 degrees out of them. We're at 5 1/4 on both sides. You can use your speed square to do that. On your front here, I want to cut a 25-degree angle. That way the 3/4 just runs the edge right up around that coping, making sure everything's nice and tight. We slide it into place. Now we're going to nail it down. So we got our 2 layers of 1/2 inch on and our coping. Check back on our last episode. We're going to finish this quarter pipe and see who skates it. Do you have someone for it, right?